timber. This is the town of Deafville. The mayor has just announced his search for the perfect Christmas tree. He calls a man over, and I will be the actor for this part. I am the lumberjack. He lets the lumberjack know he is looking for the tallest, fullest, most symmetric Christmas tree that there is out on those hills. Okay, I begin my search. I'm walking along and I'm feeling the different trees to see whether they are that symmetric, beautiful, perfect Christmas tree. The first one I come across is lopsided. The second one is not nearly big enough. But then I encountered the perfect Christmas tree. Large, full boughs, and symmetric. I get out my chainsaw. I cut through the trunk of this beautiful tree, and I yell timber at the top of my voice. The tree doesn't move. I'm a bit perplexed. I've done everything right. I tap the tree. It stays put. I use my cell phone and I type out a message for the tree doctor. The message is on its way. I'm asking the tree doctor to come and assist me to see what the issue is with this tree. The tree doctor arrives. Hello, sir. This is the tree I'm trying to bring back to the village. You can see I've already cut through the trunk. I yelled timber at the top of my lungs, and the tree didn't move. The doctor assesses the tree, opens up his medical kit, puts on his stethoscope, checks the tree on different parts of its trunk. He gets out his reflex instrument and verifies that the tree is sound. And indeed, this is a very healthy tree. Nonetheless, I'm perplexed because I have in fact severed the trunk. So it's recommended that I call Marcia and have Marcia come. Okay, I'm willing to do that, and I text out a message to Marcia asking her if she can come meet me at this tree. And in the distance, I see a woman on snowshoes making her way toward us, and that is Marcia, our local audiologist. Hello, Marcia. Okay, just to give you some background, I have in fact cut the trunk of this tree and I've yelled timber and there's no response. The tree doctor has assessed that the tree itself is in excellent health. So we're calling you in to see what you can do with regard to assessment. Marcia checks things out. She gets her headset out of her bag and finally is able to expand it large enough to get it on either side of the tree trunk, and she twists the dial of her audiometer higher and higher, so high that birds are fleeing from the tree and other animals are exiting quickly. There's a bear that's roaring and running away. Marcia takes her equipment back and can indeed let us know through looking at her iPad the results of the recent hearing test. Typically, you'd have a bar across here on the audiogram, but the tree is hardly reading on the charts at all. So this tree is deaf and should be using American Sign Language. And, well, what do I do now? How do I accommodate for this tree at this point? So I'm told that I can reach out to Amy, who's an interpreter, and have her come and assist me in communication with this tree. So Amy is actually biking toward me at this point with those fat winter tires that you find appropriate in the cold environs of this area. And she lets me know, I've been sitting down all day as a video relay interpreter, and I do not want to aggravate my tush muscles any more than they already are. So bike riding is good for me at this point. And I let her know the steps we've gone through already, that we've tried just shouting to the tree. The doctors assessed that the tree is in good health. Marcia has checked the hearing of the tree and found that the tree is deaf. And perhaps an American Sign Language interpreter could provide us the communication we need. Amy grew up with deaf parents, and she is an excellent interpreter. So let's try this. Amy will interpret. I shout timber, and the interpreter signs timber. Timber. Second time around, it's still not working. Dang. Amy lets me know she's sorry it wasn't effective. I'm told that perhaps I can reach out to Norma, who is a captioner. I'm thinking, okay, captioner, all right, I'll try that. And I sent a text Norma's way. And before I know it, I see Norma using cross-country skis to make it to our destination. So, hello. She comes up to me. She says, hello. I am Norma of the White Coat Service. Can I be of aid? So I explained the situation, that I've tried auditory forms. I've yelled timber to no avail. The doctor recommended an audiologist. Marcia has come and assessed this tree and finds that there is very significant deafness. I utilized a sign language interpreter to sign timber to no avail, and now I'm going to see if it's possible that captioning would be the appropriate access that this tree needs. So, all right, we will try this now. I yell timber again. Amy signs timber. Norma provides cart services and shows timber written out on her screen to the tree. Again, there's no response to that accommodation. The next recommendation that I receive is to contact HKNC, which is Helen Keller National Center. It's a center for services for the deafblind. So HKNC perhaps has the appropriate tools to communicate with our perfect tree. Contact Helen Keller National Center and ask that they can come out here as a resource. all of a sudden my whole environ is vibrating, and I look over my head to find a helicopter and to have two people coming out of the helicopter to the ground on a rope. They come up, they say hello. The first person introduces herself as Marilyn, and the tall gentleman next to her she introduces as Ryan, asking how they can be of service. So I let them know that I have indeed cut the trunk of this tree. I yelled timber. There was no response. I went on to get the support of an American Sign Language interpreter who excels in the language. It wasn't effective. The tree did not respond to American Sign Language. I went on to contact Norma to see if perhaps they needed written word to communicate effectively. Captioning was not helpful at that point. So we've called in your services. Ryan, to let you know, is indeed quite tall, and he himself is deafblind. He's a consultant for Helen Keller National Center. He uses haptics as one of his communication modalities. So Marilyn draws the form of the tree in front of him on his back. Unfortunately, she goes slightly too low on his body to be comfortable for Ryan, so he jumps up way a bit. And the thought is that Ryan should ascend the tree to the point where the tree could most effectively be communicated with. And sure enough, when Ryan gets far enough into the branches, into the boughs, upper boughs, he can sign tactily with the tree. And comes down, realizes that in fact this tree is deafblind and can be communicated with tactile American Sign Language. But what's the best way to provide tactile American Sign Language? And I'm told that it would be wise to contact a deaf interpreter, a deaf gentleman, Chris Tester, to provide tactile interpreting for this tree. I type out a text, and text is on its way to Chris, and I wait for his arrival. I look into the distance, and I say this huge Hummer bouncing its way into our locale. Chris puts stairways out, climbs down, closes the door of the Hummer, comes up and asks how he can be of assistance. I go through the explanation that I've severed the trunk, that I've auditorily yelled timber, that I have had a par excellence interpreter as the sign language interpreter, and the tree still did not respond. I've had state-of-the-art captioning provided. The tree still did not respond. I went on to contact Helen Keller National Center, and the experts that they sent me were able to ascertain that the tree is deafblind. And that's enough information for Chris. He looks on, and he has Marilyn there, and has Ryan turned around as he used haptics, and realizes that Ryan's pants have not fared too well in that journey up and down the tree. So Chris is seeing through the haptics being being drawn on Ryan's back. The location of where sign language was effective for tactile use with the tree. Chris gets going. He climbs the boughs. He reaches from side to side to find where the tree can receive this tactile information. Once he does, he lets folks know that he's ready to go ahead with his interpreting assignment. As the lumberjack, I yell, "Timber." The interpreter signs timber. The cart specialist spells out the word, and Chris finger spells timber into the bough of the tree and subsequently falls to the ground with the tree. Chris? Chris? Oh, Chris. So once this Chris makes it back to us, we are able to carry the tree down to the town and get it set up in the village to celebrate the holidays. So once it's set, the decoration can begin and the lights can be plugged in. They're lovely as they brighten every bough of the tree. Children surround the tree in merriment as they sing and they dance. Beautiful Christmas carols. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh my. What is going on? Oh, not the village again. Christmas has come again. The children in Deafville are singing and dancing and full of merriment around Christmas. I don't want this. Darn. I must figure out how to stop Christmas from coming. There must be a way. I think I've got it. Yes. I have a terrible, awful idea. I can stop Christmas from coming. I can. Yes. I can don this Santa suit. What a great trick. With this coat and this hat, I will look just like Saint Nick. Yes, I'm ready. Maybe not quite ready. I need a deer. I don't have a deer. Antlers, antlers. This will do. Max, Max. My dear is here. Yes, now indeed I am ready. I need only to wait for the sun to set. Then I can go to this village. Dark, it's getting darker and darker. The parents and the children are all filtering back to their homes. I see each household light turn off. Except one. What's happening in that house? Oh, it's Elena. She's still having a video chat with her love. He's off in New York, and she wants to wish him a good night. Finally, Elena's light also goes off. Now I'm ready. I can stop Christmas from coming. I can. I hitch up my sleigh and I head down the hill. Go, Max, go. We're going faster and faster. I see the trees to one side and the other. Down the hill we go. All of a sudden my sleigh stops. What is the issue? Oh, Max, you need to lead the sleigh. Again, our descent. We continue, we arrive. I go down the chimney of the first house, and I collect all the stockings that have been hung. All the gifts that have been laid out now go into my bag. The tree can't stay. I unplug it and I shove it into my bag. Oh no. What are you doing with our tree, Santa? Oh, it's Cindy Lou. Hi, Cindy Lou. One of the lights on your tree was broken. I'm bringing it back to my workshop to fix. When I'm done with that, I'll bring it back here. Okay. All right, back to bed, Cindy Lou. Oh, I am the best liar. Up the chimney I go with the first sack, and I continue home after home, all their stockings, all their gifts, all their trees. Again, over and over through the night, up the chimney again with a new sack, over to the next home and down the chimney. Those stockings are the first to go. Into my bag, gifts one after the other, and that precious tree is now gone. House by house by house, and my sleigh is overflowing with all their Christmas belongings. Back up to my home we go. Max is having a really hard time. My dear really wasn't suited to carrying this heavy sleigh up to the top of my mountain. We go and we go. We finally have arrived, and I am so looking forward to the morning when I get to see the sun rise and to see the reaction of all the people in Deathville. They will be frowning. They will be sad. What? Doesn't sound like sad. What? The children are there. The families are there. They're around the tree in the center of town. They're merry. They're happy. They're celebrating Christmas. How can that be? I'm feeling a little sad myself. My heart is beating so sadly right now. I took all their stockings, their gifts, and their trees, but Christmas itself must be more special than these. Oh, I'm Grinch, but I need to repair what I've done. Come on, Max. Down the hill we must go. Come on, Max, let's bring these things back to the town. Go, Max. Again, all in my environment passes us as we quickly descend the hill. My task now is to return every single thing to the right home, to the right place. The stockings, the gifts, the tree. Home after home, we set Christmas gifts where they should be. We hang stockings. The tree is the center. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to you here. It's time we come together in a feast. All the members of Deathville, come, let us eat together. Let us enjoy roast beast. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all.